Ciao. You're more than $1. Yes. All right, Emma, way to go. You're coming back later this week to play for a quarter.
Mike told me Michael is recording the call, which is good because this is a new thing for Michael. Mike T. Rose, everybody. Mike T. Rose wrapping up the week doing something that Mike T. Rose has not done before. He is spinning the wheel of stuff. Woo! I know, right? So here's what happened. Last time you were on the show, you were actually the person that caused me to repeat the album side. So I did the album side with you forever ago, right? Yes. And then you were back on. I'm like, well, I can't ask him to do like another album side. Plus, I had been trying to decide, am I going to do the album side? I'm going to stop that. And so I decided to stop it, and I stopped it with me doing the album side. So I did the final cut. That was side 10. It was the final cut for now, it said, because, you know, some people want to hear it back again, and we may one day. But then I had to come up with something else to do for Friday, for just like the fun little, you know, we're kicking back, we're having fun. And so I went to the App Store and I found a decision maker app called, I believe it's Daily Decision Wheel, right? And I just filled it up and I now call it the Wheel of Stuff. There are a bunch of topics on there. And what I do is I spin the wheel of stuff, and then whatever the thing is, you answer back like, you know, well, let me tell you about my favorite coffee mug. Or let me tell you about, you know, well, I don't know. I don't want to give away any more because, you know, there might be questions that come up. We do 3 of them. Are you ready, sir?
I believe I am ready.
All right, here we go. Well, that was wrong. Holy cow. So I went and I played with some of the settings on this earlier this week.
Yes.
And I'm sorry. There we go. Gosh. Man, that took about 45 minutes, and then I'll fix it for next week. Tell me who your hero is in real life. So there are 2 heroes on this wheel. One is your hero from fiction. One is your hero from reality. Who's your real world hero?
Ooh, that is a tough one. Wow. Does this have to be a living person or just a real person who existed?
Just a real person.
Oh, wow.
Can even be a probably real person like Johnny Appleseed.
A plausibly real person.
I think he is a real person, but you know, yeah, we can do that sort of that sort of gray line.
I'll tell you what. I'll go with not my only hero, but the hero I'm thinking of at the moment. Was my mentor when I started out, a guy named Dennis Chanel. Dennis was a technologist. He helped run the advanced technology group and the magazine manufacturing tech team at Time Incorporated. And when I was a young person, I was a college student. I had an internship. I had an internship pulling film and making match prints in the basement of the Time and Life building, which was my first job during college. And I did that for a summer. I did that for a holiday break. And then the question was I going to go back there or was I going to do something different? And Dennis basically pulled me out of, or gave me the opportunity to come out of the basement and start doing IT and doing tech and consulting across a large number of groups at Time Inc., working with different magazines, working with Fortune, working with Time and with Money and Sports Illustrated. I got to an office the office was a closet. In fairness, I went from the basement to a closet. Right. But in that closet, I had a Next Cube. That was my machine to play around with for the summer. He helped me. Really helped me get started in my career and was absolutely the kindest, nicest, and most supportive, most encouraging boss I ever had, and was much beloved. Unfortunately, he passed away many years ago, but he was the kind of boss and the kind of mentor that I strive to be. He really, and not just for me, but for a lot of people, he really, really made a difference. He was the kind of person who would help you figure out where you needed to go and then help you get there. So as far as real life heroes go, I will put Dennis on the list, and just a much missed human being.
See, I'll tell you, I'm going to go ahead and start this spinning now, by the way, because who knows how long it's going to take to stop. I love that your answer is not just, somebody who did something great for me, but somebody who made me want to be better. Yep. I mean, to have a hero that you then want to emulate for other people. That's kind of awesome. And now something stupid. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say the first thought that came to mind was Alex Trebek, but I think that probably a lot of people would say someone who represented sort of a fact-based reality, was the cheerleader for a fact-based reality. Is the sort of person we need nowadays.
There you go. Yeah. Wars or Trek? I think I know this answer for you, but I'm curious.
What?
Wars or Trek?
Oh, Wars or Trek?
Yeah.
Trek.
Yeah.
Pretty much Trek.
Right.
I mean, I'm not a Wars bigot.
Yeah.
I'm really actually quite enjoying watching The Mandalorian with my daughter, my younger daughter, who last week, no spoilers, but last week was appalled to dip into the discourse and find that Baby Yoda was being tagged as a genocidal agent.
Yeah, I get that. And, it's so funny to me how upset people got because it's really in character. And then I was talking it over with somebody else. Does anybody remember what a jerk Yoda actually was? Because he was. I mean, he was kind of a jerk. Yeah.
And also he resided on Dagobah, and my daughter pointed out that was where he could be an apex predator. Because he ate amphibians.
Yes.
So it's like, yeah, this is his job.
That's his jam. That's what he does, right? And then, add in that he is, for all intents and purposes, 5 or less.
Yes.
There's not even necessarily an understanding. I will say I was worried at the end of the last episode, though, when when one of the eggs hatched. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. And we won't give anything else away, right? Spinning the wheel one last time. And thank you very much for playing the game with us this week. I normally have there's rice-a-roni, there's turtle wax, there's all kinds of stuff. Really? So here's the thing. I went through and I deleted like half the questions on here. There are new questions that nobody has ever heard as far as like the people playing this game. Yeah. Not today. Not today. There aren't, because today it's all questions that have been asked before, including, I swear I took this question off here. It's possible the whole thing's possessed. Tell me about your favorite mug.
Ooh, my favorite mug.
Yes. And I don't mean, goofy face you make. And I don't mean, 1920s bad guy. I mean, I'm making coffee or tea or some kind of hot beverage, or maybe a cold beverage. I don't want to limit you.
My favorite mug is a mug from Effin' Birds.
Nice. Okay.
An Aaron Reynolds production. So if you're not, it's hard for me to imagine that anyone who listens to the show isn't already following Effin' Birds on Twitter. But this is where Aaron takes woodcut drawings or antique-looking drawings of birds and puts absolutely profane mottos on those woodcuts.
Yeah.
So
is he also Swear Trek?
He is also Swear Trek. He's also Bat Label 66. Those are all him.
I don't know Bat Label 66.
Oh, Bat Label 66 is the account that what's got him started, which is highlighting labels on things in the 1960s Batman television series.
Okay.
That's all it is. But yes, he is both Swear Trek and Effin' Birds. I have an Effin' Bird print in my office, which I'm looking at right now, which says, "What blanking day of the week is it?"
Oh, nice.
With a lovely rooster. But I also have a mug that says, "Feminism is for everyone, a-hole," and that is my favorite mug.
I feel like I should have some way to get us out of this, but I can't.
Well, what's your favorite mug? You can tell me what your favorite mug is.
Well, you see, I can't though. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't. I mean, because I have 3, honestly. One is a Captain America mug that I picked up at Michael's like 4 years ago. There's nothing special about it except it's my mug. It's the right size. And I didn't read the Captain America comic books, but I am a huge fan. Like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he's the one that I'm into. He's the one I want to be. Tony Stark is the one I am, minus the brilliance and money. But Tony Stark is driven by fear a lot of times. And as much as I don't want to be, so am I. So I want to be Captain America. So that's my favorite mug number one. Favorite mug number two is a mug that it's a mug that I bought in 2003 that is a Christmas mug, and it comes out every Christmas. And then this year it came out for Christmas in July. And it's just like an old Father Christmas with he would be like the one from England. He would be the Ghost of Christmas Present from Christmas Carol. And the third one actually is a listener to macOS Ken actually got me. I can't remember the name of the pottery, but it's a really nice pottery thing. It's a very tall mug with an Apple logo on it, which he and this is a weird thing. So he bought one for Tim Cook, he bought one for Deirdre O'Brien, and he bought one for me. And it's sort of like, I think you meant Tim Cook, Deirdre O'Brien, and anybody besides me. But he did that, and it's very kind of him. And so, yeah, it's a nice mug too. It's a good size, good heft, dishwasher safe. Who doesn't love that? And so yeah, there you go. It's so those would be the things. What I was going to say is it's not a competition. So I can't say, you'll be back for our, champion series later, but
that'd be fantastic.
The cool thing, that's right. So the listeners voted, and your answers sucked. So you're not on the champion. No, but the great thing about this is the next time you're on, you can once again spin the wheel of stuff.